we would be in my bedroom until, you know, from 9 to 4 in the morning. And it was odd because you just didn't know, like, when you mess around with your friends with a video camera, you just kind of, you know, somebody does something funny and you film it, but we were actually sitting in here for so long reading scripted material, you understood that it was you had an understanding of that it was actually a little bit of work. Mind you, it wasn't stressful or too hard, and at times mostly fun, but it was interesting to kind of find out what it was. You know, we would sit in here and get camera angles, and it mostly stationed in one area the whole time, but trying to get everyone's lines down, trying to do that, and I'd never done it before, and there was a part in the script that asked for me to sit in my bed, and not this particular bed, it was a different bed at the time, but to sit in bed and read a book. And to cheat a little bit, I put my lines in the book, so I'm sitting there, looks like I'm reading, and I'm reading the lines that I'm supposed to be saying throughout the whole time.
I didn't know that that Evan had originally written it to be a play with just two guys sitting in a car waiting to intercept a piece of mail until like years after we had made the movie. And I think I turned to him and said, well, thank God you didn't do that, because I don't think I could have watched that. But I mean, no, I mean it's an interesting concept for sure, you know. But how, like, you know, I could see it also being like something like that. Seems like it may even be more difficult to do than a movie that's shot with a bunch of different locations and different actors, because I can imagine it being really hard for two people to you know, keep it up for that long. I think Evan was pretty much on his own, like from beginning to end. He had a lot of people who were rooting for him and wanted to see it when it was done, but I mean, this movie was so far outside of the studio galaxy that you know, it's not like, you know, Evan had a lot of connections who were standing by going, well, when you have something, let me know, because I'd like to take a look at it. No, I mean, Evan basically made this movie for himself.
People saw that a movie was being made, and around here they were fairly interested in it, and everyone wanted to get a piece of it. Everybody wanted to act in it. As far as taking it seriously, I don't think a lot of people took it seriously. I think a lot of people kind of came across as like, oh, it's just a movie on video. Oh, it doesn't mean anything. It's not a big deal. But there was a script involved. It's not like we sat down and just had a discussion. I mean, we actually had a story that we were all, that, you know, you had to tell, you know, through the script on the camera. And I don't think people took that seriously at all. They thought, oh, I've always wanted to be an actor, so I'll do it. So I think people did want to get involved, but when it was time to come down to learn lines, and it was time to get into it, they thought, uh-oh, wait a minute, this isn't just me messing around. But a few people had always come up to the plate, though. There were people that came up to the plate and worked hard to try to make it the best movie that it possibly was.